Madden at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Back to throw now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. They'll set up a throw. He's going to go up top again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris to the 27-yard line. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the the game's opening drive. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
He'll take this to the 46. The Jets are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. This defense for the Jets, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll take this to the 46. He'll get 4 yards of the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, it's McDonald, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. Open man is Uzama. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Running left, it's Hall. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll set up to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
He'll look to throw.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw again. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
He did a good job keeping his focus downfield as he rolled out of the pocket, trying to fit a pass in. But that defender nearby made sure that one didn't result in a 1st down.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Jets will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll try and start this drive in the air. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Hall again on 2nd down. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 69 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll run on first down. McDonald, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Out of the gun now on third down. Wilson's got it complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I will hear about that from him soon.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw.
That swung out wide to Harris.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep for more. It got his man complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try the right side with Harris.
Down to about the 32.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Harris running straight ahead. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Rondale Moore, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went into the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Jets 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and still...
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hall again on 2nd down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
The tackle made by Boswell. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He gets it complete to Jackson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 38 yards.
And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things
things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And some space here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop it.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They're going to look to throw.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? The coaches, they've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play to put points on the board for their team.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Steelers who will have the first chance to go down and score here in overtime as we are back underway. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a first throw here in overtime.
He's got this to Pickens. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light's still on for him.
70 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it.
On the give, this is Harris.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's another carry for Harris.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think that's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. Boswell's kick is good, and they have regained the lead.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this with Charles would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on